the 8th of January 2023. You would think by now Kai would not be doing videos. When I went to Fox Hill prison for 10 days and my case was held up in the magistrate court for 5 years, which y'all don't know. I had to sign into the police station that has the crooks, the biggest crooks in the world. I had to sign in there for 5 years. My case ended in 2017, but every time I go to the court, the magistrate would delay. She delayed for 4 years. It's just like the ruling on the shanty towns that the government of Bahamas was involved. You imagine in the Supreme Court, 6 going on 7 years, there has not been a decision handed down. They keep threatening the Bahamians that they're going to hand down the decision of the stop bill order. That was for them ones that were billing there. That had nothing to do with these ones that are billing after Hurricane Dorian. This is not in the Supreme Court. Nobody has put that in the Supreme Court. But why there is not one work permit, not one permission by local government, nor central government for not one of the 500 structures that are on both sides of the streets of my birthplace of Dundastan, heading to Murphytown. That means that there's 500 people that brought the same lawlessness that they brought from Haiti into Abaco. So what happened when the law doesn't take effect? Anarchy sets in. It's everybody for myself and Jesus for us all. And I don't want y'all to hurt your head about Haitians being elected. They got the numbers, not the elected numbers, but we already had a Haitian Governor General, Arthur Folks. We just had Frankie Campbell. He said somebody signed his papers to say what his daddy did to get him papers. But Frankie said on the radio that his daddy, who he said was his daddy, would not sign for his papers, but his daddy's friend signed. That's illegal. He said that as minister under the FNM government. You got Ellsworth Johnson. His mother was a Haitian. He's already been the Minister of Immigration. I could call the list of people and their families high up in the PLP that is of Haitian descent. Carl Bettel with the ugly self. He had all wrinkled up like one of them white Haitian. You ever see a red Haitian? Look at Carl Bettel. He always smoking. That's Carl Bettel. He's a Haitian, of Haitian descent. All them. And we in Abaco are suffering so much that the government has already built homes for Abaconians. 5 months ago, they had an opportunity to be in the house for the first time in 4 Christmases. And the government dropped the ball because of one woman called Jobeth Colby Davis. And I'm down in the bush trying to get a video, scratching my nose, trying to let people outside the Bahamas know. I know what it is to do videos so much that they send me to prison. I had to write the UN and ask the UN to look at our Kai Mills because of the corruption of both governments. So I already have the protection of the UN. They're looking on me, and I know they have already called the government until the government hands off Kai Mills. He is doing his constitutional rights. And then I gotta have some of my so-called Haitian Bahamian. They call themselves Haitian Bahamian. I don't call them that. They call themselves that. I call them Bahamians. We grew up And I never go to anybody and disrespect anybody. Nobody I disrespect and calling them Haitians, especially if they got the same rights as I get once they get a blue passport. But we have to realize if we have an investigation, a lot of them would got the blue passport will not have it. I did a video and they said the woman that's in the yard selling, they have work permit. They have permits. Well, who give Haitian permit to sell food off the ground? And if you look at the video, the Haitian woman is spitting all around there while they're buying food. We don't need the Haitian to bring their Haitian practices to Abaco. And anybody that give anybody permission to sell food or the back of their car, and anybody that give anybody license to sell off the ground, if you're a Bahamian, you need to get home. You need to be sent home. That's why you ask yourself, what if Kai Mills was the member of parliament and he go to one of them Haitian and they could show me that they got a white they have, first of all, on a business permit, and you give them a license to sell off the ground. Well, I want to know whose signatures on that license that was given. That Bahamian will never work for the government of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas again in their life. Anybody that give anybody a license to sell food and they have on a permit to compete against Bahamians, they will not work for the government of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas while I am in office. What if Koik wasn't a member of parliament and Kai Mills was a member of parliament? Would those houses be built in the back of there? I think not. One thing, these Haitians may not like you, but they've learned to respect me because I've never disrespected them. But anyone would try to disrespect me and try to censor the way I speak, there's a problem. Houston, we have a problem because we are the only people in the world that speaks the way we speak. God gave the Bahamas this land, and anybody that is prospering of this land more than the Bahamians, Jesus Christ himself is not pleased, because he said, on this rock, Bahamians should stand, and nobody, but no other name, no other nationalities shall prosper more than Bahamians. So God angry. Look at Baker's Bay, 200 some acres given. Look at the Abaco Club, 350 acres given. What did we get? You know what we got from Baker's Bay and Abaco Club? A bunch of foreign people to come in on work permit for $10,000, and they send $100,000 out. Why we can't prosper in this country? Because the money is being made here, but it's being sent out. That ain't no government. That ain't governing. That's a bunch of nonsense. Great Abaco Beach Hotel can't get a Bahamian manager. You got a German now and a German wife. What does the German wife knows about the hotel business? The Bahamian have to train her. When the Bahamian gonna train her, they send the black Bahamian home, and the little German, the little Deutschland, take her job. You know who you bring? Fred Mitchell, the PLP. Fred, stop giving money Alexio. These work permit. Find Bahamians. How could we grow as a country? How could the money stay in this country when the immigration department is working against us? How are you going to take Bahamian jobs that worth $100,000 a year and give it to a foreigner for $10,000 a year work permit? The math doesn't add up. It's nonsense. I am tired. I'm getting old. But it's right in your face. When are we going to get a government that is elected by the people from day one and looking out for the best interests of Bahamians for 5 years? For the last decades, we have got a government that is elected by the people on election day. The next 4 years, they forgot the people until time for election. That's why you keep having that turnover. But if we could find that prime minister, that government that is elected by the people, looking out for the best interests of the people for 5 years, you'll never have to worry about election. But you have to worry because you disappear, and in your first year, you're going through the back door of House Assembly because you're not like Kai. You don't care. I'm trying to get in a House Assembly and y'all coming through the back door. Shame on y'all. Kai still cares. That's why he's here.